Good morning or good afternoon, everybody. It's now 3 o'clock, and so I want to call the meeting to order. Thank everyone who's here to participate for the Special Committee on Access to the Civil Justice System Committee. We have one bill before us today, but before we do that, we do have a housekeeping measure. We need to adopt the committee rules for this committee. Well, last year we forgot to do them, Mr. Chairman, but they are the same as the House Judiciary that's adopted this year. We have a motion. Do we have a second? We have a motion, second. Any discussion? All right. Hearing no discussion, all those in favor of adopting the rules, make me know by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, like sign. All right. The rules have now been adopted. We have one bill before us today. It's House Bill 112 that the chair is carrying. As y'all remember in June when we came back for our to finish our session, we were then and continue to be in a terrible pandemic that has affected each of us personally, our local communities, our state, and our country, and certainly the world as a whole. As so, we felt like there needed to be some protections in place for our businesses and venues that try to keep themselves open and try to comply with the guidelines that have been put forth as recommended by our CDC and the Department of Public Health. And if they do that, we want to allow them to stay open without fear of lawsuits. It's important that we keep our economy open and people working. We've known that. We've seen that. People do need the interaction, but we need to do it in a safe space. So we adopted in this committee and then overwhelmingly passed in the House Senate Bill 359, which put those liability protections in place. At the time, it was set to sunset August 7th, 2020. We changed that. We're needing to revise that, and so at this time, that's what the piece of legislation before you, House Bill 112, does. It just simply it extends that sunset for another year. The chair will be glad to take any questions. And I will tell you before, we don't have anyone signed up to speak, but what we do have is we have letters of support in your folders from the Georgia Chamber, the Metro Atlanta Chamber, Georgians for Lawsuit Reform, and NFIB, representing the business community. We have a letter from the Georgia Hospital Association speaking for their members, and then we have a letter from GTLA, the trial lawyers, supporting this measure as well. So they have submitted these letters instead of testimony at the time. And with that being said, I'll be glad to take any questions. All right. Not hearing any questions, the chair would, and seeing no one else signed up to speak, is that Chairman Burchett?
At the appropriate time, I'd like to offer a motion.
Now's the appropriate time.
Motion to pass.
All right, we have a motion to pass by Chairman Burchett.
Second.
We have a second from the vice chair of this committee, Chair Lady Ballinger. We have a motion. We have a second. Do we have any discussion or amendments? All right, hearing none, the chair will now call the final question. All those in favor of the passage of House Bill 112 LC 338502, make it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign? No. All right, we had Representative Bodie and Chair Lady Oliver. Did anyone on Zoom? Oh. All right. So it's the opinion of the chair that it passes, and there will now be the rules. Thank y'all so much. This meeting is adjourned.